you down with OTC? Down with OTC. OTC. Are you down with OTC? Are you down with OTC? OTC. Are you down with OTC? Down with OTC. Down with OTC.
Are you down with OTC?
Always and forever, Jeff.
Is up. Always and forever. I like that one. OTC. Man, that's awesome. Let's run that again. No, welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. There he is, right over there. It is Monday evening somewhere. Feels like Friday. So that means it's Friday at 5 p.m. somewhere in the world right now as we speak, which unfortunately it isn't. Ripple XRP, a security? What? Say it ain't so. Cryptocurrency regulation is definitely inbound. You've got the confirmation of Gensler. Got all sorts of other stuff going on. There's all this talk about the safe moon and all these other DeFi crypto assets. What's up, Chip?
Go.
Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain with Jeff and Chip.
Chip,
we're back.
What is going on? Man, it's been a long time since I got to talk to you. Been a long time since I saw you. Been a long time since we've been here with the On the Chain community.
Well, it's been 24 hours. So yeah, it feels like a long time. It really does feel like that long time. And we did have, yeah, it's weird. Mondays are always kind of a weird thing, you know. Biden is all right. This is a bunch of let's talk about the garbage, which is
Crypto.
this. I've seen this go around, and I'm just like, come on, man. Come on, man. This is what you call garbage news. The Biden administration is drafting crypto regs. Well, first off, I responded to a tweet out there that had the same garbage there. First of all, we've had something called the token taxonomy bill. It's been sitting around for 2.5 years. The Biden administration is not doing any such thing. Biden administration has zero pull when it comes to drafting any legislation because they don't actually draft legislation. Now, Congress, on the other hand, which has been sitting around doing absolutely nothing, sitting on their hands, tying their shoelaces together. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing anything. So I saw that. And it's not about you, Apex. I saw this everywhere. Man, what a bunch of garbage. Holy cow.
That's right. Garbage in equals garbage out. That's it. Have I changed my shirt? I have not. I have been wearing this shirt ever since it was delivered like a week ago. Can you believe that? Look at that. See that? Wearing the same t-shirt 4 days in a row.
Yeah, well, I have some inbound, so I went a little crazy. I got a bunch of samples on the way, so I'm excited to wear.
Got a whole bunch of them. I ordered a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of samples. You got to wait for them to show up, Jeff. You know, they show up whenever they do, and there's a whole bunch of them.
Unfortunately, the other one, the one I ordered today, was just didn't fit well, didn't work, so couldn't wear it. I had a HODL shirt on a little while ago, and I ran and I changed it. Put on the XRP shirt because I said if I'm wearing the other shirt, I can't say, hey, go check this shirt out on the chain.shop. If you go check it out, everybody loves this shirt. Everybody loves that saying. I don't know. I can't see it in the thing, but check that out. XRP, not 100% sure.
I think it's magic.
It's magic. It is magic. So look at that. The polypropylene.
Polypropylene. Oh man, what is this? Some kind of a rave? So look at this right here. So Charles Gasparino, who's got terrible gas, I've heard. No, it's just part of his name. The Joe Biden administration in the early stages of developing a regulatory approach. This must have been some kind of like collusion going on. Regulatory approach to the booming crypto biz tells sources at Fox Business. We'll discuss with Liz Clayman what's being kicked around as the regulation regarding the SEC enforcement activities and possibility of a BTC ETF. Here's Mr. Chip chiming in. Yeah, it's called the Token Taxonomy Bill. We've had it stalled in the Financial Services Committee for over 2 years. Who leads that, Jeff?
For like 8 years.
Yeah, and who yeah, well,
Congressman Warren Davidson.
No, who leads the financial? No.
Oh, the Financial Services Committee. Soon to be ousted. Ousted, Maxine Waters.
Yeah, for her comments and statements and basically destroying that trial. Holy cow, that's another whole thing. So the bill needs to get out of committee and get passed by Congress. It's bipartisan support, introduced by Warren Davidson and Darren Soto. So there you go.
That's right. Where is this?
Yeah, and then somebody has to chime in. I thought the bills need to be reintroduced. Yeah, it was reintroduced the third time, I think. So there you go.
Number 3. Number 1, 2, 3. They're on the third attempt. Third time's the charm. So if you do it 3 times, then eventually, hey, you know what? It's going to make it through. Well, not until you get rid of the Financial Services Committee, shuffle that around, because otherwise you end up with this. What do you do? We're going to go through this article in a little bit, but I just like that. So I got to say.
That looks like a series.
Sorry.
Don't get his finger, man. I told you about the finger. Don't play with me.
Brad, how many times have I told you no putting XRP on the kitchen table?
That's right. So in the land of tweets, there's lots of tweets out there. Let's see. Oh, come on, man. Here we go. I want to put this one. Holy cow. I just had it on the screen. Are you kidding me?
Come on. We took it down. You trying to put in the David Schwartz?
Yeah, the one with well, I got the video ready to go, but I wanted to queue up the
tweet.
The tweet. I wanted to queue it up here. Let me queue it up.
That one?
No.
That one.
No, don't share my screen. I'm not ready yet. Let you know when I'm fully in control.
While you're doing that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
All right. Well, you can figure that out. So are you ready? No? Okay.
No, don't worry about it. Here.
All right.
Here it is. I got it.
You got it?
Don't do that right now. That guy is the most boring human being on the face of the planet. And I can't look at any more photos of him right now, I'll be honest with you, man. I just cannot.
Go on.
I don't know what's going on with my computer today, Jeff. It's just,
I don't know.
I just pulled the tweet up and I don't know where it went. Here it is, right here. Okay, I got it.
You
Okay,
find it?
so
You sure? You sure?
yeah, so I don't have the right one, but I have the. So this is Oscar Arneson, and I was so happy that he tweeted us in this because he said, "Hey, in 2019, David Schwartz, Joel Katz predicted exactly what the SEC enforcement ended up doing. You can see tagged zero doubt and hashtag XRP the standard at Ripple, digital asset buy, working money channel, crypto dog, Moon Lambo, Duality XRP, XRP Bart, Boy XRP, and Garling Health." Oh, sorry, no, I guess you didn't tweet us in that. But anyway, any Huska, let's not worry about that right now. Yeah,
get rid of that tweet.
Hard to decide
we're not even
how
on.
the laws.
So this is the actual video right here. Let's look at this. And let's see if the video is, it's turned all the way up.
Nice.
It's very hard to decide how the laws apply. And that's why I think you'll see many organizations, Ripple and many others, Coin Center is another, lobbying regulators, not so much to change the law, but to clarify it, like to tell us what it is that we need to do so that someone doesn't come down 2 years later and say, hey, what you were doing completely in the open and completely transparently for the last 4 years was illegal from day one, and you should have known that. And we're like, we meet with you like every week about what we're doing, and now you're telling us we should have realized 4 years ago that it was fundamentally and completely illegal? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so
no, it doesn't make any sense. And I've seen that clip before, but I forgot the part where he says we meet with you guys like every week and tell you what we're doing. That's the part that's like, that's the part that's like, what?
It's insane.
Oscar, I was just joking about that, man. I mean, he put a little face on there. See, put a little face.
I think he was responding to that video.
No, man, I was like, let's remove that video. There we go.
Video. That's spot on. I mean, it really is amazing. I mean, you look at how.
By the way, Chief Mod's in the house, Jeff.
Significant. Oh man, the Chief Mod is here.
Big shout out to. By the way, Tony, we need to get
Tony Fisk.
I'm trying to get in touch with you, man.
Reach out to us.
You need to reach out to us.
Reach out via DM.
On Twitter.
DM on Twitter. I was trying to think of that.
Yeah.
Reach out to the Twitter DM.
Yeah. Correct.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. What's the latest with Deaton? Deaton was he was under pressure. He was drinking Red Bull like crazy, and he's going to be filing. We'll get into that a little bit. So, but go ahead, Jeff.
That's it.
Okay, that's it, guys. Appreciate it. What the hell?
It was a good show.
Today's like a
haven't done so
Monday.
yet. That's right. But if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's directly below this video, typically in red, typically with white letters. I don't know. But if you click it, you get to subscribe to On the Chain. You can hit the little bell. You'll be notified every time we go live. And by the way, if you're brand new here, we do live stream Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't know why we're giving that a shout out. Make sure you go check out onthechain.shop. That's the last plug for the store tonight.
Yes, it is. Why is that up there again?
What up, boys? Shout out from the Bronx.
The Bronx.
Man, spot on though. As I was talking about the SEC, man, the SEC has totally lost their way, and look at that. You're out of here. Get them out of here. So my point with that was the SEC completely lost their way. And you think about, they bring a case against this organization, against Ripple, and whereas Ripple like David Schwartz was saying, meets with them on regular intervals to discuss and go through exactly what's happening, to the point where, and Chip, we brought this up and discussed, you brought this up, the whole MoneyGram discussion, they would have had to have gone to the SEC and said, by the way, SEC, we're investing a significant amount into this corporation called MoneyGram. And as part of that, we're transferring over to them XRP, which, by the way, may be sold back into the market for, fundraise or whatever they might be doing with their money, because we're giving them this asset. And, there's so much that went into all of that conversation. And I believe if you look at all the different projects out there, overall, from my research, as deep as it can go, and everybody that we've heard in the space, it has the appearance, at least, that Ripple has probably done the most due diligent to be as transparent as they possibly can as far as these projects go with the SEC from the beginning, and they weren't, you know, antagonistic like Kick was or anything like that.
That's a good point. I mean, you know, the whole thing, it's starting to get a little bit loony out there. I mean, it's getting really crazy. I mean,
Looney bin.
it's a
Yep.
very loony sort of a scenario over there. Just been taking night courses at Hogwarts, showing off some vanishing skills. Damn right I am. By the way, I know that's a Harry Potter reference. You got nothing on me, man. Listen, I had to sit through every one of those movies and those books with my daughters. I mean, my God.
I've never seen it.
Well, that's because you don't have daughters.
No,
I don't think. I think
never wanted to watch it.
Well, it's actually, the movies are actually pretty well done. I got to say, I was pretty surprised. But I remember one time I had to run in a giant rainstorm, run in to get one of the books because they came out that day. My daughter had to read it. I like ran into a thing. You know those torrential downpours in South Florida, Jeff, where you got an umbrella and you might as well just throw it away because it's just slowing you down. And you're getting soaked, just like soaked to the bone. You know, where it's coming in sideways and the wind and everything. But you're like, I'm keeping 7 drops off me. I remember doing that. That's one of my memories of getting one of those silly books. It's good. Mel G's here. Thank God we can get going. Now we can get started, Jeff. Let's get it started now.
That's it. What's up from Quebec? The worst place to live right now.
No, it's not. It's not. It's actually New York City.
It's a close second.
You're wondering. Yeah, it's not, Jeff. Quebec is an awesome place, man. I don't think it's the worst. Man, I can think of a lot worse places than Quebec, man. And New York comes to mind. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, California.
California. There you go. That's like, you know. But
Washington State. Oh, Portland, Oregon.
By the way, if they want to make DC a state, are they going to have Washington State and then mini Washington State, or how are they going to do that?
Be so disappointed, you know, for many different reasons. But come on, man. If anything, New York City should become a state. Just separate it off from the rest of New York. How about that? They didn't think about that one. That'd be nice.
So, Jeff, Hester Pierce put out a video. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on over at the SEC, but they are just running rampant. It's like a bunch of mice. They're all running into the walls and the this and the that. And I'm thinking to myself, what in God's tarnation is going on? Yeah, you see? Oh, the COVID sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, Quebec is.
Yeah, we're just playing.
As is Montreal. I love Montreal.
So I'm going to attempt to share this because normally I would download the video, but I didn't think about it in time. But I want to play this because... Oh boy, let me think about this. Let me see. There's my Brave tab. There she is. Let me do this. Let's see if this works, guys. And if it doesn't, I'll disappear again. But let's try it. Okay, here we go.
There we go. Are you gonna freeze? Oh, you froze.
Hi, I'm Hester Pierce. I'm a commissioner at the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Turn up the volume.
And I'm trying something new here. I just thought
All
it
the way
would be
up.
good to do an occasional video to tell you what I'm thinking about some of the issues that are on our agenda here at the SEC. I have to start out by telling you that the views that I represent are my own views and not necessarily those of the SEC or my fellow commissioners.
Can you hear that, Jeff?
Yeah, I can hear it. I turned my volume up.
Okay, there you go.
It has been a big week in securities law. A few days ago, we saw
A big week, Jeff. They're going to talk about the Ripple case. Here we go. Hang on.
Here we go. Here we go.
To be the chairman of the SEC. He'll be joining us soon as a commissioner and as chairman. I'm really looking forward to working with him. And I think there are a number of great issues that we can work on together. First is to work on ways to ensure that more Americans.
Jeff, what's on the back, over the back of her head there?
Both as investors and as
but where's the enthusiasm?
Users of capital from the capital market.
Normally she was always fired up.
They can build companies by drawing capital from the capital markets, and that'll be especially important after COVID. And we also want to.
Okay, so there's so many things wrong with this. I don't even know where to start. She says she's acting in a personal capacity, but she's standing in front of the SEC logo on the screen, Jeff.
She's a repeat offender.
I mean, she's like, I'm not doing this in any official capacity, but then she says the word we. We did this and we. Who's we?
Yeah, I can't wait to start working with Gensler. And by the way, I'm a commissioner of the SEC. And by the way, I'm here at the SEC. And by the way, right, there's the SEC logo emblazoned above my head in my personal non-official.
Oh, and by the way, I
capacity.
shot it soccer mom style because I didn't know you can turn your phone horizontally and actually fill the whole entire screen. I'll cut her some slack on that one. That's I understand. It's easy to do that, but everything is all right. So hang on a second. She's going to get into the Ripple thing.
Like Gensler, she should be.
She's going to get into the whole Ripple thing, Jeff. Just pay attention. She's going to talk about it because it's a big week in crypto, right? In regulation and stuff.
Make sure that Americans are able to invest in our capital markets and that they're able to build nest eggs that they can then use to fund their retirement, to buy homes, and to pass on to their children and grandchildren. Another area I hope to work with Chairman Gensler on is building a regulatory framework for crypto. And that's something that Gary comes to the SEC with a lot of experience in. He's actually been teaching a course on blockchain and finance at MIT. He also has a lot of experience in regulation. Chairman Gensler was previously the chairman of our fellow regulatory agency in the capital markets area, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission.
CFTC, Jeff.
So with that combination of knowledge about regulation in the capital market space and knowledge of crypto, we should be able to build a good regulatory framework for crypto. It has been a big week for crypto also.
Oh yeah, here comes Jeff. This is the whole thing about Ripple.
The direct listing of a large crypto exchange, and that's opened up mainstream Main Street interest in crypto. And so I think we'll see a continued interest from folks in crypto.
Don't forget to invest in Coinbase.
Safe harbor for token distribution
Safe Moon.
events.
Did she say Safe Moon?
To allow
she said Safe Harbor, Jeff.
No, I know.
A crypto network, a blockchain network, to have a token distribution event without worrying about how the securities laws will apply to what they're doing.
8 years. They're going to do it now, Jeff.
So specifically, they have a 3-year runway in which to build out the network.
Oh.
During that 3 years,
And then we'll come after you in official capacity.
So that the purchasers of those tokens know what they're getting and they know about the team that's building the network.
What's the best part? She's going to get to the part about Ripple. Hang on. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Yeah. Now she's speaking in her unofficial capacity.
But at the end of 3 years, they can either show that they're a decentralized.
They can be put in prison.
Or that the tokens
or we're going to sue you for millions of dollars.
They'll have to,
and then you might still not get clarity, but at least
we're going to put you out of business.
I put that.
We're going to screw the retail investors.
I've gotten some great feedback already.
Don't worry, we're looking after the investors, Jeff.
Oh, we're going to give you a 3-year.
It's also been
going to give you a 3-year runway to invest.
It's always a big week these days for ESG.
Wait, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh no.
To be made there.
Oh no, that's not it.
Last Friday,
I feel so bad. Why is this so funny?
Division of Examinations put out a risk alert.
It's more lip service, Jeff.
It's intended to let investment advisors and funds that are offering ESG products and strategies to show them what we've been finding in our exams and to warn them about what they need to be thinking about as they're offering these products and strategies. Really, the bottom line is that.
Hang on a second. The bottom line.
You're doing something.
And then what?
No, here we go.
And then do what you mean by ESG investing. And then that when you're actually,
like when you say you're going to be doing regulations and like 9 years goes by.
It's important to underscore, and this is something that.
But that was in her unofficial capacity.
Well, that's why.
That.
Oh God.
We are not in the business of telling you what ESG investing is.
Oh no.
There's a lot of different ideas about what ESG investing means. It's not our job to come in and tell you how to do it. It's just our job to come in and make sure that when you tell
punch you in the face.
When you do it.
You do it. You should have done it. You can't. Hey, here it is. Here's the part about Ripple. Wait, here it is.
We're going to tase you.
Pressure on the SEC and may continue to be is in calls for a set of common ESG measures that would apply across
remember that case?
Yeah.
No, it's our unofficial capacity.
We did this and we did that.
I caution against that, and
she cautions against it. So there you go. That's just free there.
Because I think it's really important that we realize that if we set this common framework, ESG framework, what it will effectively do is make decisions about where capital flows. And that means that when there really are innovative technologies being developed,
you crush them like a grape
unless they fit within that predetermined framework. It's better to leave it more fluid so that capital can really flow to the people and the companies and the projects that are
MLG.
developing the types
Wait,
of
here's the part about
solutions
Ripple. Hang on a second.
that
It's big
we
week, big
need to
week.
solve
You
these
talk
big
much about the
problems that our
hearings.
society faces. So I'm really optimistic
Yeah, so am I.
about the
Oh, yeah.
upcoming year. I think we can
And
work
the
on a lot
case?
of these issues, and I'm looking forward to Chairman Gensler's arrival and the chance to
Yes.
work with
Yes,
him on
arrival.
these issues. Thank you.
Yes.
That was it.
Thank you.
Wait
That
a
was
minute.
it.
Wait
Awesome.
a minute.
Yeah, rewind that.
There was no Ripple. It was like she said it was the biggest week ever, and they're like the biggest court case in like the last 100 years, or at least of this
Capital,
century.
yeah. And nothing but capital flows into the SEC.
Yeah,
That's because they give you a 3-year runway, and then like, you remember 3 years ago when we didn't say anything? Well, it's 3 years later, and by the way, here's our attorney, here's the court, here's the judge, and you're going to be fighting for the next 3 years.
Yeah, and then you're going to blow all your money on attorneys. We're going to give you a $5 million fine, and you're going to pay the attorneys more money.
Oh yeah.
So the thing, the weird part that I have about this whole thing is that, you know, I think part of it is that, you know, let me just share this here. Let's go back to this. Got to reshare it. Like, so I wrote this about it. I said, like, you know, I'm like, more thoughts from Hester Pierce acting in a personal capacity, not an official capacity. Oh, of SEC. No. Even though she says we and she's standing in front of the SEC logo. Yeah, she's right. A big week in crypto. Yet no mention of the SEC versus Ripple case.
I kept waiting,
like, but she brought up Gensler like 17 times. She's like, Mr. Chairman Gensler is going to be great. Chairman Gensler.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. He taught a course on crypto. Listen,
he went to MIT. He taught at MIT.
Right, but I mean, as what he teaches as a class is very different than who he might be as a regulator. But we know as the FTSC, you know, he did well there, but who knows where he's going to come in? Everyone's like, and then we get these. Well, Biden administration is crap. They're not doing that. Come on.
The Biden administration has done. Oh wait, nothing. That's right.
That's right.
Zero. A big fat zero. Because this is it. This is the only play on digital asset. Then I think about, here's something to think about. So, you know, so you go to the previous administration, you go back 4 years, and then you go back to the administration before that 4 years. Then you add, that's your 7-8 year window of Ripple kind of running up under the SEC. The SEC did nothing in the first 4 years. They did nothing in the second 4 years. And now we have some big expectation that they're going to do something now. But how bad was it really with Clayton there? Was it really so bad with digital assets developing, expanding, zero regulatory clarity coming from Congress? All he did was file this lawsuit on his way out, said, hey, guys, good luck. I'm out of here. And then he passed it on to, to Gensler. But what did it do? That case shined a huge spotlight on the inefficiencies and the irregularities of the SEC. So Clayton, you know, as much as, you know, everyone wanted to beat up on Clayton for filing the suit, in fact, if we see what's actually happened now, you know, over the past, since December, look at how much stuff has come out about the SEC. How many of us would have dug into and said, you know, look at the SEC, look how ridiculous this is. Look how they're getting caught out there with this weak case. Look at all this stuff they haven't done for 7-8 years. You know, now Ripple gets to actually come out and defend the fact that they weren't a security or, you know, aren't a security. All the criticism, all the critique that we've heard, you know, for a period of time, you need regulatory clarity in order for Ripple to actually prove their case and move on and develop. And here's the SEC. But I look at now, as I see all this stuff unfolding, and it's kind of a huge joke. Clayton did a huge favor by filing the lawsuit, you know, because he walked out, they did nothing. You know, he wasn't there this whole time. He was only there for part of the time. I don't know.
Jeff, there's some great comment. I'm just laughing at the comments. Like he says, Panic says there'd be safe harbor behind bars. And Justin says she will circle back. She could have at least given us that, right? Yeah, don't worry, I'll circle back, you know.
That would be.
And then Mel G says that was filmed with an Android. It's obvious.
Whoa.
Obvious. Professor XRP says, I'm a fan of the SEC, says no one ever. It's just fantastic. I love these comments.
Why is it so
Look
hilarious?
at this. Sophie says Gensler's on a month-long paid vacation to rest up from the nomination. Exactly. It's like, oh, that was so strenuous. I got to take a
Where
little
is
bit
he?
of time off. Look, Mary Jo White was the
Got
head of
in,
the
I'm out.
Yeah, Putin the Sarah says Mary Jo White was the head of the SEC during the current SEC's time frame in the case. Awkward. And then Oscar says SEC is like a really old premium wine. It's gone
That's
extremely
funny.
bad. Which is really bad because you
Oh.
ever do that? Like you think you get a really good one, and it's like sour, and you're like, ugh.
Well, apparently not all wines will last, for a long period of time. But I bought this really good wine,
I
and
knew
it kind
you
of
were gonna
moved with us
segue.
a little bit. And I had it sitting there. I'm like, one day we're gonna drink this wine. And for whatever reason, never got around to it. And then finally one day I'm like, we're gonna drink this wine. And we opened it. Oh, it's horrible.
Did it have an odor to it?
Oh, it had
You
a
know,
little bit of everything to it.
well, these days you're looking for almost any sign. Like, give me a sign. Is there something going on at the SEC? So then I saw, well, hey, Gary Gensler names his initial senior staff members. I'm like, huh, maybe there's something in here we can take a look at. So it points Prashant Uramali, Heather Corzo, Kevin Barris, and Scott Schneider to Gary Gensler senior staff, responsible for advising him on matters before the commission. He's incredibly honored to nominate them. So we have Prashant here. He goes, will continue to serve as the SEC's chief of staff, a role held since January under the acting chair, Allison Heron Lee. So they didn't make any changes there. So he didn't bring anybody who's the chief of staff, kept the same chief of staff there. Then you got Heather Corzo, policy director, will lead a team of policy experts who advise Gensler on rulemakings. Immediately before joining the SEC, Director of Capital Markets Policy at the American Federation of Labor and Congress and Industrial Organizations. AFL-CIO. How about that? Yeah, I saw that. AFL-CIO. Know anything about that organization?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it. Next,
Wah, 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 wah.
So Kevin Burris, counselor to the chair and director. It reminds me of The Office when it was like I'm the assistant regional manager. No, you're assistant to the regional manager. This is like the counselor to the chair and the director of the Office of Legislative and Intergovernment Affairs. That's a very long title, and I doubt it fits on a business card.
Nice.
He'll serve as the SEC's primary liaison to members of Congress. Okay, so this is the person who's responsible for going to Congress and interfacing with them. And what's the background on them? Previously served as counsel in the U.S. Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, U.S. Senate Committee on
There's
Commerce.
a lot of Harvard law schools up in this whole
right?
section.
BA, he's got his JD from Harvard Law School, his bachelor's from the University of Maryland at College Park. I've seen a bunch of that too. Scott Schneider, what's his job? Well, counselor to the chair and director of the Office of Public Affairs, right? Previously served as director of public affairs at U.S. Commodity Futures Trading. Guess what? CFTC. Maybe he worked with Gensler before. Various roles for former U.S. Senator Mary Landrieu of Louisiana.
Look at that. Scott's got a JD and an MBA.
Also went to Wharton. You know who else went to Wharton? Was famous for a while.
Yeah,
used to be the president. So yeah, Trump and all his kids went to Wharton too. That's where my kid wants to go. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Nice.
She wants to go to Wharton School in Pennsylvania. I'm like, yeah, good. So there you go. I don't know. It wasn't really telling there.
There you have it.
But again, he didn't make a change to the chief of staff. No. He brought somebody over, like probably somebody he was with back in the day from the FTSC. But again, I don't really know. I mean, so Gensler gets confirmed. Everyone thinks, oh, he's going to come in and drop the suit. So how do they get out of this saving a little bit of face, Jeff? I mean, what's the plan really, right? They keep looking like when they go into these hearings, judges, thank God there's like two great judges. They're smart. They understand the crypto world, and they're not given any space. They're like, no, why do you need that? Well, what's going on? They call them on everything, right?
That's what you get.
Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, let's go through that a little bit. So I'm like, okay, Gary Gensler, thank gosh, man. I'm so happy he's confirmed. Now, like, did he go on a vacation? Where is he?
He went on vacation. He went. So check it out. So the USC expected to impose. Now, who wrote this? Let's see. Kevin Helms.
From which publication is that?
Bitcoin.com.
Oh, well, there you go.
So US SEC expected to impose fair amount of regulation on cryptocurrency, says former chairman. So we got the former chair, Harvey Pitt, says that he expects a fair amount, in quotes. You know, maybe we can read into the air
what
quotes.
Is a fair amount?
No, the fair amount.
Fair,
Jeff.
It's
a fair amount. No, it's a fair amount. Fair amount.
What is going on today? What a crazy show this is already. Started with low energy and got lonely as that time went on.
Oh my God. Of crypto regulation coming from the US SEC following the confirmation, blah, blah, blah. But now former SEC expects fair amount, not fair amount, but fair amount.
I don't know what fair amount is. I mean, is that like good? I don't even know if that's good or not.
Oh, this fair amount, not so good. This fair amount is actually not so bad. When you go fair amount versus fair amount, because I'm not really telling you the truth here with fair amount, but this one, I'm highlighting it.
Hope it's something good.
Oh my God.
I really do.
Ridiculous. So he talked about the future of crypto under the new chair. He was being interviewed by Bloomberg. He served back in 01 to 03 with a market debut at Coinbase. Pitt was asked what he expects to happen, and he said, they're going to repeat it one more time. Ready? Now this time, there's no fair amount. There's no fair amount. It's, I expect to see a fair amount of regulation of cryptocurrencies. Right now, I think the rules are unclear. Really? Are the rules really unclear? I mean, yeah, okay. Whether or not certain offerings involve securities or not is unclear. Whether or not certain offerings, is he referring to Ripple, involve securities or not is unclear.
I don't know.
There is a definite likelihood the SEC will move forward. Gary Gensler is an expert on cryptocurrencies. He's taught about them.
Okay.
Good. He's a market expert.
Okay.
That's it. No, I would expect to see clear rules of the road evolve under his leadership. Now that's I don't know how many times we've talked about. I think that's like the clearest statement that was in all of this fluff that he's talking about. I would expect to see clear rules of the road evolve under his leadership. That's a pretty good statement because that's what's needed. But you want clear rules, but you don't want regulation, like overburdening regulation that shuts down business. Then they talk about how he was a professor of MIT, confirmed, sworn in on Saturday. And then Pitt was asked if the SEC should be the regulator of cryptocurrencies or whether it should be the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC. Now that's interesting. Should it be the SEC providing the guidance or should it be the CFTC? I wonder why they didn't talk about Congress, Chip. Why isn't anyone talking about the Token Taxonomy Act here? Plug that in. Where are the laws? And all of this?
Because people really don't know what's going on, Jeff. Unfortunately, they're just not informed. They think magic just falls from the sky. I don't know.
It does.
But anyway,
XRP.
Hey, by the way, John Deaton dropped the memorandum of law of support of the motion to intervene. I have it pulled up, Jeff.
All right, hang on. Wait. I think it's interesting here. Hang on. Chairman explained companies like Coinbase, which are making markets in cryptocurrencies, are subject to SEC regulation. Therefore, the commission will indirectly have an influence on how these cryptocurrencies are marketed. So Hester Pierce, before we get into John Deaton, this last part here, recently Hester Pierce also said that she's optimistic, not optimistic, or not just optimistic, Chip, but optimistic.
Optimistic, which is a lot more lip service again, nothing's really happening or transpiring. It's just more of the same, isn't it, really?
I think it was there. I probably maybe quoting her optimistic because she said she's optimistic. But
the whole thing is, it's like there's just a lot of words and it really don't mean anything. Because remember, she said in her video that she was thinking that, well, I mean, you should say something, you should do it. Well, you've been talking about it for a long time. And look, I mean, I'm not saying that she's not totally down on it, right? So something important here. Let's just go. We don't have the time to go through this there, but let me just
where is it?
This is interesting. It's 38 pages. Hang on, I'm pulling it up. But I want to share this comment here that happened earlier tonight. This was funny.
Chip, are you optimistic?
I'm This is semi-optimistic. This is totally optimistic. I'm semi-optimistic right there. I'm kind of optimistic. This is really optimistic right here. So
Optimistic.
This was, I thought this is great. It's what I love about John Deaton. He goes, my only hope is that the word asshat made it into the brief. This is from Moon Lambo. He said, seriously, John, amazing what you're doing. I look forward to seeing your work. He was hoping that the word asshat was in there. I just checked. It's not. And Deaton said,
sure?
but Deaton did say he did, I don't know where the tweet is where he never can find out where he answered it, but Deaton did answer him and say, yeah, I had it in there, but I took it out because I'm saving it for the oral argument. So I just love that, man. That is just so funny as hell, man.
Oh
so
my
here
God.
it is. Here it is in its full glory. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I saw that Tony made it in here from Thinking Crypto.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Yeah,
Tony.
I just search for YouTube. I knew there'd be something about YouTube in here. Yeah, right there. March 2021, SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Speak of the devil. And that's just a euphemism. I really don't have any bad feelings about Hester Pierce. She's probably the only real person inside we joke about her a lot, but she's the only person in the SEC that's actually focused on doing something. She did the Fair Harbor or the Safe Harbor one.
Amazing.
Last year. So she's been trying to do stuff. It's just we kind of joke a little bit here and there. I mean, she has her hands tied. I get that.
Well, the funny part is that it's always under her personal opinion capacity, not her official capacity.
But that's because they're not allowed this. They're like they got like one of these muzzles on.
Oh,
was on with Tony with Thinking Crypto, said during the interview, Commissioner Pierce admitted that the SEC tends to think of the token as the security rather than the totality of the offering. She commented that it would be better approach to look at the offering as a whole rather than treat the token as securities. So there's one of the things that I kind of pulled out, but it's a doozy. It has quite a lot of pages in it. Let me look here. I think it's 36 pages. So it's all broken down. So I'm sure John really put a lot into this, table of authorities, preliminary statement, government agencies, la, 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 la. But let's look at the preliminary statement. Let's read what that is.
It's something good.
Let's see here. Let's see. There's the authors. Look at all the references in
1,
here, man. That's insane.
Turn to page 1000, section 1, subsection A,
paragraph 3. There you go. I knew it was a 3 in there somewhere. XRP holders are a putative class of users, investors, holders, developers, content providers, and small businesses that utilize the digital asset XRP and the XRP ledger, XRPL. Many XRP holders have never heard of Ripple. XRP holders have a significant interest in the property at issue in this enforcement action. When the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, brought this lawsuit against Ripple and its 2 executives, it not only alleged that the named defendants conducted an unprecedented 8-year continuous and ongoing offering, it also specifically alleged XRP itself to be a security. This novel and dangerous assertion suggests all XRP constitutes registered or unregistered securities, including XRP, owned and utilized by XRP holders, right? It's a good statement. It's a nice opening statement right there.
Nice.
SEC alleges allegations are riddled with material misrepresentations about XRP holders. The reliance on Ripple, their use of XRP, and their independent development of the XRP ecosystem. By failing to distinguish specific prior sales and distributions by Ripple from present-day XRP, the SEC has put the property of XRP holders at the heart of the case and positions its interest at the complete opposite end of the spectrum from the XRP holders. The other thing that Deaton said, he put out a tweet and he said, I'm hoping that Jeremy, what's Jeremy's last name? The attorney, Jeremy Hogan comes out with a video that can explain in simple sense of all that I wrote. So I thought that was pretty funny too. So the defendants have also made it clear they don't represent the interests of XRP holders. Simply put, XRP holders cannot rely on the defendants' efforts in this case. Without intervention, the SEC can continue to manipulate the role of XRP holders to fit its narrative against Ripple and 2 executives and potentially destroy the property interests of XRP holders. XRP holders, therefore, seek to intervene in this enforcement action pursuant to Federal Reserve Civics, page 24. Beautiful. It's a nice opening statement.
Love it.
Thoughts?
Keep going.
Well, these are the statement of relevant facts where it gets into the government agencies recognize XRP as a currency, which we already know that.
Nice.
So we're going to talk about the CFTC, FinCEN in there. Second bit of that is talks about also Chris Giancarlo talked about XRP being a currency. We have the Securities and Exchange Commission inaction and acquiesce communicate that XRP, similar to Bitcoin and Ether, is not a security. Hey, thanks for going through this. Hey, blockchain backer, really cool for you to have on here. So, so one of the things that I think the SEC, when it says right here, 2018, the SEC permitted and authorized Ripple to purchase 9% minority. We just talked about that in MoneyGram International, right? So this is the one thing. So we started the show off by showing exactly what happens and what David Schwartz said a couple years ago. I think it was 2017, 2018, when he said what are you guys talking about? We were meeting with you like every week. And I'm sure that's a euphemism for fairly often, right? Fairly. This is a lot, but that's fairly often. So we look at that video, and then we look at the fact that we brought this up so many times about this, Jeff. Yep. They go, hey, by the way, we're going to go invest this money. Well, how are you going to do it? Well, it's going to be in an XRP. And then what's going to happen? Well, what do they do? They're a money transmitter. And then what happens? Well, then, this funny story. Then they actually sell it in the marketplace. Well, why would they do that? Because it has value and it's a currency. Oh, okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's how it all started.
Right. That's exactly what we got going on here. So, I mean, it's gonna be good to kind of like dig through. There's a lot in here, man. I mean, John must have been crazy busy. I'm just trying to get to the next part. Number 3, XRP holders contribute to the XRP ecosystem from 2013 to present. XRP holders have been utilizing XRP and the XRPL for multiple purposes, creating value and utility for XRP. And I think that's one of the things that John wanted to outline, pretty much outline in here about the utility. Because I think a lot of this stuff, it's pretty obvious, Jeff. I mean, when we were looking at this, it seems like the SEC's clueless as to what utility means, or what makes it a digital asset, what gives it its value as a cryptocurrency, right? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's number one on the list. I think they're completely hopelessly lost. Other than Hester Pierce, I think she gets it. I think incoming Gensler, he understands it. The question with all of it, as we're trying to figure it out, you have to figure, as you go through the space, are they now going to judge based on what they know, where they hold some of their personal opinion, or are they now going to judge based on what they're subject to, which are the laws on the books, and also the dictate of the administration, the dictate of the Congress, the whole kind of the theme and atmosphere of where things are moving economically within an administration. So I think it's really hard to tell. Right now we know there's a clear misunderstanding of utility and of the value of the asset as an overall. So now you have two individuals that maybe can come together and shed some light on it. But I think he's bringing up some solid points here.
You want to throw that up on the screen there?
Yeah.
Arian Karbasi says, long live the blockchain backer. Yeah, I'm a little bit fanboy in here, Jeff. You got the blockchain backer on here. You're like, don't make a misstep.
What is up, blockchain backer?
So this is an interesting point right here. So the SEC complaint charges Ripple, but again, it attacks XRP and XRP holders. And I want to get down to the statement right here. In the very first paragraph of the SEC labels XRP itself as a digital asset security. Remember, it was in the original complaint. People didn't notice it until the amended complaint. It was going around Twitter like, did you see this? But it actually was in the opening paragraph of the very first complaint that was dropped back in December. And by alleging from 2013 through present, the defendants sold over 14.6 billion units of a digital asset security called XRP. The SEC's theory is that the named defendants have conducted a public 8-year continuous and ongoing offering of unregistered securities. And I love the way he worded that. It's like it's just been this continuous, love fest of selling securities, right? Who wants a security? Everyone gets a security. I mean, that's kind of what they're alleging here. And meanwhile, all the while, I mean, one of you brought this up earlier, Jeff. All the while, out of all of there's a lot of great organizations and projects out there, but who spent the money on lobbying efforts? Who spent the money on, or put the I would say the effort into Twitter and saying to regulators, let us know where the line is, right? Who's been really the most transparent? So transparent, in fact, that, this case hits and they don't want to settle. Remember Garlinghouse said it came out, I don't want to settle. What would have settling done? I actually like what's going on and the direction of this. So it's a lot to unpack. I mean, we don't have the full time to go through it, but I just love what I'm seeing so far.
It's awesome. I mean, anything as we've seen with now John Deaton puts things together, the direction that he's been even John Deaton himself has really developed a lot of understanding in the space since the very first time we had him on the chain. And it's really impressive to see something like this come together over this period of time, in support of the retail investor. Because up to this point, who's looking out for the retail investor? Is it the SEC? Do they really care about the direction that things are moving in? Do they care whether or not XRP is a penny or if it's $100? Regardless of what the retail investor did, they put their blinders on and they just stick by whatever they think their agenda is. And we even saw that they're trying to figure out, should these assets be handled by the CFTC or the SEC?
Okay.
The assets. The assets.
Right.
So should the assets, where's the jurisdiction? They're trying to figure that out themselves. Meanwhile, they're bumping into each other like in a crowded room, tripping over each other. They can't figure it out. And, they're just, even though they don't understand, I think here's the most disgusting part out of all of it. They don't understand it, yet they still want to move forward and comment and try to provide some regulation. That to me is the epitome of a heinous act. I think it's criminal, to an extent. If you're going to rule on something you don't have the least bit of understanding in what you're trying to rule on, I think it's really dangerous.
No, it's exactly right. But I think the other thing that people are forgetting too, like everybody wants to go attack the reptilian known as Jay Clayton, right? They're like, Jay Clayton dumped this on the last day, right? There's a lot of animosity towards that. Go ahead and take that, Jeff.
Rob XRP, the 2020. Thank you for covering breaking important events. Really appreciated. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you as well.
Appreciate that. So library. So the funny part about that is when did the SEC go after library? Well, it went after library just like recently, like last month, right? It was like in March, where they filed against, and we had the CEO on here, Jeremy. I'm gonna probably get his name up, but he was really cool.
Jeremy Kaufman.
Jeremy Kaufman. Really cool idea to basically decentralize a video platform. By the way, it's called LBRY. It's pronounced library, or Odyssey. Odyssey is where you might go on the web and look at it. And all of our videos are there. Every video we do goes over to Odyssey. So, and we also earn some tokens. And so what this whole lawsuit alleges that they were selling unregistered securities, something to that effect. I haven't read the entire complaint. I started it a couple times. But here's the thing. When did this happen? So at its heart, the SEC is litigious. That's what they care about. They talk big numbers. Oh, we really want to come up with some regulations. But, it's like I always tell my two daughters, I'm like, forget about when you get into boys, it's not what they say. Watch what they do. Watch what they do. They say this, but watch what they do. And that's exactly
Chip,
what.
Yeah, exactly. No, go ahead. Finish that thought. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that, and so when they came after library, wait a minute. First of all, you didn't have Gensler confirmed. Okay, understandable. But they're litigious. This stuff started last year. They continue to go through it. And why would you get another court case? Why would you do another attack another organization that's been out there for years? Library's been around for years. And then so it kind of starts setting a trend for the SEC. Litigious.
Yeah. Hey, so Chip, what do you do when the market goes down?
I buy.
Man, you buy the dip.
Buy the dip, people.
And look, now he's looking. Check it out. He's scrolling. He's scrolling. He's scrolling. He's scrolling. He's scrolling. He's like, which one do I choose? There's so many good options. That's what you do. This is what he's been doing this whole time. He's been watching the market. He's like, man, I know when I get confirmed, there's going to be a dip. and I'm going to have some opportunities, and they just happen to catch him in the perfect picture, picking the dip.
Well, you brought up a really good point. When we talk about transparency, I mean, you probably brought up in a roundabout way, like when we examine who these people are, should they disclose if you're going to be a regulator, right? Whether it's the FTSE or you're going to go to the SEC, shouldn't you have full disclosure of what cryptocurrencies you hold now? I mean, the IRS wants us to disclose it. Did you ever hear of crypto? Have you ever held it before? Have you ever looked at it before? Do you have a cold storage wallet at your house? And who the hell are you anyway? Right?
My wallet.
But these guys just kind of just like wander in. They're like, dun, 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 dun. It's like, so what do you have in your portfolio? Do you have Bitcoin? Do you have, I mean, what do they have? They should have to disclose that.
Disclosure.
They're a public official.
Correct. Full disclosure. That's
Right.
exactly what we need. Hey, just a quick shout out to blockchain backer. Appreciate you. Also, for all those that are brand new to On the Chain, if you haven't been to the On the Chain community before, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notifier. That way, when we do go live, you'll be notified every time we go live. And we happen to stream 6 days a week, Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, we do. And also too, you guys can go to the shop, which is onthechain.shop, onthechain.shop, and you can pick up some cool crypto gear that we just launched recently. I just ordered so much of it. So on the chain,
go through. We're checking it out. Some of the stuff isn't 100%, so trying to figure it all out. But most of it's awesome. Like this shirt here. This shirt is awesome.
Yeah. So
and another shout out to Tony Fisk. Make sure you reach out to us, DM us. That'd be helpful. And just this is what happens when you get sidetracked and maybe you're thinking about something else and you think everything's spot on in the serious conversation, and then all of a sudden.
The usual, sir. Please.
Blues. So there's like all kinds of stuff, but we got some Kelly Slade said, man, these are like depressing colors. So we had to open up some, some brighter colors. Like if you go into these, are like pink and turquoise and all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, there's a lot there to take a look at. And look, we're eco-friendly, Jeff. You see that right there?
Nope.
Well, it means instead of getting those plastic bags from the market, you can just simply use this, right?
That means you get to buy your carbon credits with OTC.
That's right, with OTC, man. You get to carry the bag around with you, a little beach bag, whatever it might be. And look at this, Jeff. See? Look at that. You can even get yourself a mask. Look at that, huh?
Nice. Look at that.
That's something. Anyway.
Are people still wearing those things?
I don't know. Not here, not in Florida, they don't. Nope. No. Not even important. So yeah, so that's what it is.
What? We don't have 200 likes yet? I can't believe it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. The thumbs up definitely helped the algorithm. So if you are here.
You know what doesn't help the algorithm? That doesn't help the algorithm. Look, see, I'm frozen.
Or when you freeze up. See,
did you ever notice how I can sit there pensive like that and still move my lips?
Right, that's it. And we kick them out just like that. Just like that. And then we go back here again. We go through. We got to pick. All sorts of opportunities here. Hey, right before we leave, I just want to say, Chip, last night, I was trying to get SafeMoon. And I can't tell you how frustrating it was moving into mistakenly using MetaMask and using the wrong one. Did you know, have you seen the fees? It was insane. I said, let me try. I'm going to move $100. Let me put 100 and I'm going to put it through MetaMask. I'm going to convert it USDC to USDT. I'm moving it around. I'm like, I got to get it here, get it there. I'm going to get BNB. I'm going to do all these great things. And I move it from Coinbase to MetaMask, $7. Then I'm on MetaMask and I'm like, let me move it to Bitrue, $13. And then
$20 in.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane. But here's the worst part. So I was actually moving I was trying to move the MetaMask asset got stuck. I was trying to move it to Bitrue, the USDC, and then I was going to move it to Binance, whatever. $13 in gas charges, and the money never moved. It just got stuck there. And I saw $20 in already. Then I said, let me try this all over again. And then I again moved money over to Bitrue. I'm like, I'm going to convert it to USDT. I'm going to go through this whole thing. and then I get over there, I buy something else on BitTrue.
Hey, stop
and then
shilling that
now I got to
Ponzi
start all
scheme.
over again.
You and
Holy cow.
Gordon Gekko
What?
says, stop shilling that Ponzi scheme,
Yeah.
man. Stop it with the Ponzi scheme. Stay away from the shill coin,
I'm talking
man.
about real problems with the MetaMask and the
it's
and the
about the
gas
MetaMask.
fees. So I was trying to move my so I was trying to move USDC off of MetaMask, and it was going to charge me $40. 40. Holy, I'm like 40. I've only got 100 over here. So it's going to cost me $40 to move it. I couldn't. It was insane.
No, it
was
gets a little bit ridiculous.
So now I just left the money over on MetaMask because I couldn't do anything with it. It's stuck over there for the time being. And now I moved on to something else. Crazy stuff. Holy cow.
It's no good, man.
Elect me to the SEC. Appoint me to the SEC. Holy cow.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. It's like I'm looking at this, and it's like I go like, birds are a group of warm-blooded vertebrates constituting the class of is characterized by feathers, toothless, beak jaws, and laying at the heart. What the hell, Jeff? You think they got the right strain? This is not the Birds Are Us stream. So maybe it is. I don't know. If I read that, I'm like, what the heck is going on here, man? This is like craziness. Must be a hidden mess. Must be some secret code in there, Jeff. Telling us to buy more XRP. Buy. It was so funny because my friends, like, they're early into it. They don't understand it, Jeff. They go like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And it was like $1.60 or like that. And I go, well, what do you mean? I go, well, they said, do you think I should buy more? I'm like, I always think you should buy more. That's just how I govern my life. I always think you never have enough XRP. You can always have some more. And then he goes, well, see, Gary's thinking about it.
He's thinking, look, he's looking. He's like,
they're saying to me,
in the top 4.
Yeah, they're going on and they're going like, well, what do I do? What do I do? I said, well, they go, what would you do? I go, well, yeah, I tend to buy the dips. I tend to know in a really a strong bull market, there's always going to be that drawback. It's always going to come back down. It's going to shake some people out and it's going to start, pumping again. It's a cycle, man. It's what happens. So they all bought and it went down to 121. But my other buddy's like, I bought it at 120. He goes, I got it at 120. Like that's the way it works. And it's okay. And I'm like, guys, I'm telling them all, I hope you're dollar cost averaging here. And they go, what's that? Oh boy. So I go like,
Andrew Handelman.
Handelsman.
Does that say handle? Oh,
it's the ETS gas. That's right. And it keeps going. It goes longer than what that went. That's for sure. That's how those fees work, right? So yeah, that's but anyway, guys, come back here again tomorrow. We'll be here all week. We're gonna break down some more of John Deaton's memo. Thank you, John, for the amazing work that you do out there. Just really phenomenal. We'll have to get him back on because every time he drops something, we have to probably see if we can get him back on maybe this week. And we'll talk to him a little bit about it. But he's got to get some rest, man. He's been
gotta let him rest up.
Doing 24/7 on that. Those aren't oranges.
We'll pump them. We'll pump them up with some more Red Bull to bring him on the show. Say, hey, that's all right. Just come on, get the Red Bulls. Are the oranges ready yet? Those are lemons. That's a lemon tree. Soon to be an orange tree at some point in the near future, the undisclosed future.
Could be.
Or an apple tree.
An apple tree is fun too, Johnny Appleseed. Remember that story?
Apple tree would be sweet.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
apple tree.
That's all we have, guys. Come on back tomorrow night. We'll get some more XRP news, Bitcoin. We'll talk about some more alts and what's happening. I'm sure tomorrow's going to be another exciting day. I have a good feeling about the way the week is going to unfold, but stick with it. I give everyone credit who's been holding for 3+ years with XRP. Diamond hands, man. Just keep hodling on. Thank you for that XRP speedboat.
Here, buy an XRP. Boom.
Boom. Just like that.
XRP.
Just depends where you buy it, Jeff. You don't want those fees,
Don't put it into ETH. Put it into ETH, and it'll cost you $100 for one XRP in gas fees.
That's all I know.
Oh wait, you can't do that.
See you on the next
one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.